So I was recently given this surfboard by a really nice lady on the set of the show I'm working on. And she gave it to me because she used it as like a movie prop surfboard so she could book some gigs where she could say that she had a surfboard. And then basically all they wanted her to do was to paddle out and, you know, sit on it in the ocean, because they actually get like stunt people to do the actual surfing. And so she said that she had recently gotten another board and then gave me this one because I was talking about how I had never surfed. And I don't know anything about surfing, but I've always wanted to, and I've had a wetsuit. When I lived in San Francisco, I was going to try to surf, and I bought a wetsuit, and then I never made the next step and actually like started surfing. So anyways, she gave me this surfboard. I know nothing about surfing, but I do know that it needs some work. So I'm just going to show you guys. This is what the board looks like now, and it's got a lot of dings in it, but most importantly, I just don't want it to sink in the water or get really heavy or something. And I know it's an old board. It's got a lot of yellowing on it. I think most of it's due to age, but some of it could be the water damage or something. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really know how to surf, so it's all new to me. I have been skating for many years, so hopefully I'll pick it up fairly easy. But today I'm going to use the SunCure epoxy resin, which was like 12 bucks on Amazon. And I'm going to attempt to fix this myself. Well, some of these dings. Some of the bigger ones, like this one here and the one in the back, and I'm not going to be able to fix. I think I'm just going to go to Lowe's and try to get some 2-part epoxy and some fiberglass and try to fix those. But some of the smaller dings I think I can fix, and what I'm going to use is, hold on one second. So I don't have any like filler or any substance like foam or anything that's going to take up space in here. So, but I remember buying these at the dollar store a while back. They're just like foam stickers, and so I think I'm going to use those inside here. And worst case scenario, I do a really crappy job and end up having to take it to an actual surf shop for them to fix it. But I figure for a first board, you know, it's worth a shot. Why not just try to patch it up myself with what I have and the foam and stuff and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I'll just take it to a real surf shop. So, all right, here we go. Trusty old knife. And I've watched a bunch of surfing videos on how to do this, but honestly, I feel like I'm not doing any of this crap right. Just trying to get all the excess junk out. And I think this was used as like I think people were hanging this board up on the wall. That's why it's got these holes. This one goes straight through, all the way through the foam. I'll take these foam stickers. Knife to sort of poke these down. Okay, so now you can see this isn't the prettiest thing in the world, but it's a lot more flush with the surface of the board. So when I put the epoxy on, it should help it stay flat and not use too much epoxy. Because the main issue is that I don't have enough to do all these fixes with the $12 amount that I bought. Next, I'm going to open the epoxy kit, take the sandpaper out. And now it comes with sort of a smaller grain that I think you're supposed to do after it hardens, and a harder grain to rough up the surface before you put on the cure. So now I'm just going to start to sand it a little bit and get it ready for the application of the SunCure. As much of this sandpaper as I can, because it needs to last me. If I'm being honest, I probably should have sanded this before I put the foam in, but you know. In fact, I'm going to do that. First mistake I made. I'm going to pull the foam back out because there's little debris, dust things getting caught here, and I want to make sure that all those are out because I want to make sure the epoxy stays. And I'm going to put some new foam thingies in here. Should always wear a mask when doing this. That's what it looks like. A little closer. And now I'm going to try the first coat of the epoxy. You know what? I should probably put something down, like a towel. Got this little towel here. Here we go. I'm gonna move everything out of the way here. I'm gonna take it and just apply a little bit of it to the board and then smear it around. So that's feeling pretty nice and smooth. And if I need to add some to it later, I can always do that. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and dry this one off. And if you wanna take a look here, take it outside. It usually takes about 5 minutes to dry in the sun, apparently, according to the thing. So my deck is a little shady, so I'm going to take it outside on the patio. Alright, so I'm going to finish up with the repairs outside. Alright, so I finished all of the patches here except for the really rough stuff, but I also went and I did all these. I sanded and then put the sun cure on them. Some of them are a little rough still. If you look here, see how it's a little patchy. I'm gonna go over this with a very fine-grained sandpaper to get it smooth and flush with the board. For the most part, it dried on really smooth. None of it's sticky. I also did the back completely. There was a lot of dings on the back, but you can see here that I've patched all these. There's the foam inside of there, and it's dried over top of it. It's just really smooth. Just needs a sand. All these little spots where there's been pressure points pushed in. I mean, this surfboard has been through a lot. It looks really bad, but it's my first board. I've never even surfed before, so I just wanted to kind of patch it up and, you know, try it out.
And so that's what I'm going to do. And I think what I need to do now that I've got the patches all complete, except for the really bad stuff up here and down there, is that I want to do a hot coat of the entire board. So if any of you surfer people could let me know if that's a good idea, to like sand the entire thing and get it smooth, and then get some epoxy resin and, you know, just do like a paint, like a whole layer of hot coat on both sides, just to make everything flesh. That's what I'm going to do next, I think. And then after that, I think it'll be ready to go. So let me know if you have any other recommendations for me on this thing, besides throwing it away, because I know that would be probably something I should do. But, you know, first board, see how it goes.